Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you some technical analysis for Bitcoin. As you can see, this is Bitcoin daily chart. I think there is a big move coming up for Bitcoin. There is a lot of resistance on the daily chart around 15,364. And I think there is going to be, if it breaks that level, then it will be, we can see intermediate high around 16,400, and then could be potentially higher. So as you can see, this is kind of making a W pattern. If you can see it right here, a W pattern. This is a very bullish pattern if it kind of follows through, but it has to break this level right here, which is around 15,600. So if it breaks that level and this 20-day moving average, which is a resistance right now, it can really shoot up. So as you can see, it's nicely making a W right here, and if it breaks this, then it can definitely go up and potentially go up to 20,000 mark within 2-3 weeks, actually less than that, in fact. If it again, keep in mind that if we need some higher volume in order to have this break, if this break happened with a low volume, then it might not be sustainable. So we need to have this break with a higher volume. So keep that in mind. So resistance level right now is around 15,500, 15,600, and that needs to break with a high volume. So that's for the Bitcoin. It's looking pretty nice right now. It's looking pretty bullish. It's ascending triangle. Just needs to break this level, so it's not as bad. But if it goes down below this trend line, let's say if it breaks this trend line, it goes up and breaks this trend line right here, then we can see a drastic drop up to like 12,000 for first support, and then perhaps much lower for the second and third support. But I feel like this will be a bullish pattern if it breaks through with a high volume. Okay, now let's look at Litecoin. A lot of people have been asking about Litecoins. I feel like Litecoin lost a lot of love it had in December. So let's look at Litecoin. So this is the daily chart for Litecoin. So as you can see, it's nicely consolidating. Actually, it had a nice breakout right here in December with extremely high volume. Since then it went up to 370, and then it's been kind of consolidating since then, and it's kind of like in a pattern right now. It's waiting and seeing how the big Bitcoin reacts. So Litecoin will be very much in line with Bitcoin. As they say, this is a silver to Bitcoin gold. So it's going to be trading pretty parallel, but Litecoin does have a little bit edge fundamentally because there is a lower transaction fee compared to Bitcoin. So if I look at Litecoin for, like, let's look it up in a smaller window. So this is a 4-hour. So there's a lot of support right here. If you can see, there are a lot of moving average support, especially one for the I think this is 200, the red one, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's 20-day moving average is the red one. So there's a lot of support, and there's also 50-day moving average support. So there is a nice support coming up on the 4-hour chart with 50-day moving average. So let's say if it breaks this level, then it can potentially go down to 226 or even below 226, but this is a nice support. So we want to make sure there's a nice bounce from the support line, and there's a nice bounce with a volume. And if as I said, if it happens in Bitcoin, let's say if Bitcoin breaks this level, we'll definitely see some kind of movement in Litecoin. I have a feeling a lot of people will come into Litecoin who have been ignoring them in this past few weeks. So Litecoin is still there, still pretty out there. So I think it's a little bit undervalued at this point. Fundamentally, other, like, cryptocurrencies, they are just booming right now. So compared to that, I think it's a little bit undervalued. So that's pretty much it. So just to recap, I think there is a big move coming up in Bitcoin. Most likely it will be on the upside, and it will be big if we have a higher volume. We just want to make sure, we want to have this breakout at this level, the 15,500 level, with a big volume. That will be the key. If we get more volume with the breakout, that will be perfect. And as you can see, there's a nice W pattern going on. So if it follows through, then it can definitely go to 20,000 and perhaps more if it breaks that 20,000 level. Same thing with the Litecoin. There is a nice resistance, support right now with the 20 and 50-day moving average. It needs to bounce back from that support. If it doesn't, it might come down to 231 and perhaps a little bit lower to 200 and below. All right, thank you guys. Please let me know if you want to see any other technical analysis for any other coins, and I will shortly be posting them soon. Thank you.